I
Hey everyone, this is Rob,
am Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. Alright, so this week up on the Hawkett, we have, of course, as always, our personal account updates and stuff like that.
I think I have quite a bit.
Yeah, pretty hyped. We'll tell you a little bit about the huge progress we made on GIM so far.
Right.
But yeah, as well as that, we're going to be talking about Shattered Relics. They had a very large podcast about that recently, or not podcast, sorry, a live stream about that recently. The mods did, so we'll be talking about that. And on top of that, they released another edition of the Gilnor Gazette. I know a lot of people really like the Gilnor Gazette.
Cute.
I think it was supposed to come out like once every month or something like that, but they kind of take really long hiatuses in
Pretty
between.
sure this is the first time it's ever come out since I started playing the game 3 years ago.
Yeah, they do take really long breaks, but I'm glad to see another new edition is out, so we can go over that real quick. It does cover a lot of stuff we've already talked about, so we'll just take a look and see if there's any new stuff, because there is, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And also, of course, we'll be going over the update for this week, which is none other than
Group Iron.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be talking about Group Iron, and for anyone that's been hiding under a rock, we'll go over Group Iron and what you can expect from that.
For the 1 millionth time.
Yeah, and we'll
Everyone's
also
so over us talking about
I know,
Group
right?
Iron.
But we will be going over Group Iron just a little bit more, just to clarify anything. And yeah, if you have any questions after this one, then I guess leave a comment, but I don't know what to say about that. And after that, we'll just finish off with a few questions if we have any more time.
Yeah, we for sure have one from Instagram and one from Twitch that we will be answering.
Yeah.
Reddit, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see. And that's going to be it for the whole show, though. But before we get into any of our topics, of course, as always, Michelle, how's it going?
Pretty good. I just realized there's an issue.
What?
That I'm logged into the Ironman account, so I can't look at my skills to see what I've leveled up.
Oh.
Let me look it up, I guess.
Yeah, that'll definitely help.
I've done a lot this week, I swear. So that's why I'm like, oh shoot, I need to look it up.
Show off to everyone.
I did. I wanted to show off a little bit. Why not?
Nice.
So I got. Okay, I'm not sure what happened the week before. What happened this week? I got 98 hit points.
Cool.
I think that's new. I'm almost my second 99. I only need 819,000 more experience, which
That's
is
not too
not.
bad.
I was like, that's not a lot.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Although, yeah, HP is kind of slow, so
It's really slow, so I feel good about it. Whenever I first got the level, I was like 1.3 million.
yeah, exactly. So it's from the starting level, it's going kind of fast.
Definitely. I also got my attack to 92,
Okay, cool,
and then I got my strength to 94.
nice.
My range, I'm about to get to 97. Literally only 10,000 XP away.
Okay.
And I maxed my house.
Oh, there we go.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. I remember you telling me that you were hating it.
It was so boring because it doesn't take long. I was doing the Oak Dun Doors, which
Yep.
used to be Rob's name back in the day because he lived there.
Yeah.
I guess literally it's a house.
Yeah, literally,
Ayo,
it is my house.
But
Soon we will be sharing a house in the game.
we will.
Yeah.
We'll make the house a home.
Yes, exactly.
And you're gonna be building all of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
No thanks.
You'll just be saved
I'll make
from
planks for you.
all the hours of clicking. Yeah, that'll be nice actually,
Yeah.
because it's really annoying getting planks.
Maybe I'll do the lunar spellbook and do the make planks because I like questing.
Yeah, so I just have to wait until you're like 90 mage or whatever.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
cool.
do that.
Just get done with Lunar Isle and have like insane mage. All right, yeah, I'll wait for
For
that.
sure.
Yeah.
So I was doing the Oak Dun Doors. I was at 80 already, so now I only had to get up to 83, which should only take like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
took me like 6
Sure.
because I get so bored. And I was also like watching a TV show while I do it, as I do.
Max efficiency.
Yeah, watching a scary TV show nonetheless. I'd be like, jump, and
Yeah,
then I'd be like,
just
wait, no,
scared
click.
of making the doors.
Yeah. So did that. Now I have like the ornate jewelry box. I have the ornate rejuvenation pool.
Wow,
finally-
everything's so ornate.
Everything's so ornate. I finally hung up the dig site pendant, which I've been able to do for a while. I just haven't. I didn't realize that there was 2 spots. I thought you had to choose between Xerix and dig
Yeah,
site.
she was telling me that she couldn't put up the dig site, and
I was like, I'm gonna have to make another room, and he was like, why?
and I was like, you can just put it up on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, so the way I have my house, I never actually see my Xerix talisman. I just see the wall, and I just know which area to click, you know? Like, it's on the
Yeah.
other side of the wall. So I didn't know there was another space there.
Yeah.
I never look at it.
That's funny.
So yeah, that's
Mine I just stare at, so I was like, what are you talking about?
you're like, you're crazy. Oh, I also upgraded my spellbooks and I could do all the spells, which
You mean the altar?
yes.
Yeah.
So I can do all the spells. I got confused because I'm always on stream constantly calling it my prayer book instead. So as soon as you said altar, I was like, did I say prayer book again?
Yeah, it's definitely not your prayer book.
Yeah, I stay saying that though. But yeah, so I did my house. That was really, really cool. Definitely need to do that. I can't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, so I'll say it again. I got my first pet a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I genuinely don't think I said it last week.
I don't think you did.
I think it's because it happened right after we recorded 2 weeks ago. So it just kind of like threw me off. It didn't seem as new when we recorded last week, but I have a pet kraken now.
Yeah, that's pretty hype.
Yeah, I actually got it at 801 kills. So I got it really early.
Yeah, you got really lucky with that.
Oh, so
There
lucky.
was someone recently that got super excited because I think they're on like 14,000 KC and they got it.
I would be devastated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least they got it, but yeah, it took quite
They got
a bit
me
of
in,
time.
but they certainly had to work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, other than that, I can't remember if I finished this last week either, but I did my Corinne Elite.
Oh yeah, okay,
That's
cool.
new, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, that's new. Finished my Corinne Elite. It's nice. So now whenever I get a worm task, I don't have to wear the boots of brimstone down there.
Yeah, change your boots.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's super nice. And then the Raida's Blessing takes me directly to the top of Mount Carum. I don't know how to say that one.
Mount Carum.
Carum?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It takes me straight there rather than having to do like the fairy ring and run up.
Yeah.
Which weirdly saves a lot of time.
I'm sure, yeah, because you have to get up 2 agility things if you don't.
Exactly, yeah. And it's really nice because I've started doing a Duradel task finally. I finally came around.
You finally have seen the light.
Yeah, I mean, Steve's are still much shorter.
Yeah, but I mean, he signs worse tasks.
Sometimes. So I haven't been skipping tasks much because I want to unlock more Slayer Helms, basically. And I'm trying to do it for XP. Man, you lose all of your points. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm at like 1,400 points right now or something.
Oh, that's really good. That's a lot.
I could definitely unlock like the Twisted Helmet, but I'd rather save the points for if I ever get like a head like from Skatizo or something, you know?
Yeah, because the purple helmet looks really cool.
The purple one's so cool. I really want the Calphite Queen one, but that's...
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to get KQ's head eventually anyways.
I'm gonna have to get for the Desert Elite, but I think at this rate, Desert Elite's gonna be my last diary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I also have to get 91 Thieving, which is gonna take a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I've been working on Slayer. I'm at 91, over halfway to 92, so like a level and a half left till I could finish the Western Elite.
Okay.
I love
that's
how
cool.
I keep saying that all I have to do is Slayer till I finish the Elite, and I'm like, man, I still have to get my Void, and I
That's
still have
all
to
you
go kill like
do.
300 chompies.
That's all you have to do.
But those two things I could do in a day.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about those.
Yeah.
It's the Slayer that's taking my entire life.
Yeah, the chompies will be really fast, and it would take like the entire day. But yeah, you can definitely get your Void and
Yeah.
your Elite
I
if
have
you
the
wanted
Helm
to.
at least,
Oh, that's
so I only have to get a couple more pieces.
yeah. At least that's a little bit into it.
Yeah. And then I thought it was pretty cool because my total level now is 2032.
Dang, that's really cool though. You're getting a lot closer to 2050. I don't know why that feels like a big accomplishment.
I was just excited because whenever I first got 2000, if you'll remember, it took me so long to get those last couple levels.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing anything fast. I was just like, well, I need to get it through hit points.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, but you're at like 1995 for like ever.
Because I wasn't working on like skilling. I was doing combat, and combat's just slow.
Yeah, true. You can easily get stuff through skilling. Like your cooking is not even 99, and that goes really fast.
And my cooking's only 89. But yes, I thought it was pretty cool because I remember whenever I got 2000, I was like, ooh, not too long and I'll be getting the number that's like the same as this year, like 2021. And I'm like, ooh, I'm in the future.
That's so funny.
That's how I'm thinking about it.
And then in 2277, we're gonna be all like, all right, time to make an expansion for the game.
Yep.
And we'll be like, what, like 300 and something years old at that point, probably?
Bold of you to assume I will ever get it this millennium.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think that's nearly about it. I'm still doing the woodcutting outfit, but I've kind of been putting a pause on it because I've been doing so much Slayer.
Because of Animal Crossing?
And because of Animal Crossing. Oh, so how's Animal Crossing going?
No, I'm
Great.
just calling you out because you're playing it a lot.
You want to talk playing a lot. How's New World?
Oh, it's pretty good. But we're not talking about me. So continue.
Animal Crossing, I have 10 neighbor pictures now. I'm loving it. I'm actually starting to decorate my island. Shout out to Legit from the stream. We went and visited each other's islands, and they were like, oh, mine's so bad. It was a million times better than my island.
Yeah, Legit is a gamer.
Yeah,
so.
Legit gamer. So it's been fun on stream, though. We've just been talking about Animal Crossing, and it makes me really excited to play.
She, ends the stream and then goes and plays Animal Crossing for, 2 or 3 hours.
No. Only an hour.
Oh, only.
And last night, not at all. I finished, and I was going to go on Animal Crossing, and you're like, ready to get ready for bed? And I was like...
Wow.
But I don't like staying up late alone, so I was like, fine.
All right.
Yeah, so I've been working on making my island look cool, and some parts look nice. It's still not even close to being done, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, shout out to anyone that plays Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be buying a capture card soon, so I could stream that sometimes.
Yeah, that'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, we're still undecided on which capture card to get.
Yeah, seems like a pretty fun game for other people that play it. I play it and I like it. I don't like watching it or anything though, so I just don't really care
I
that
kind
much.
of want to do it because I want people to give me ideas because I don't know what to do. Some people are so good at designing it, and I just do not understand.
Yeah, well, there you go. You're probably gonna do some stuff that you saw on Legit's Island, so.
No, I'm not going to copy. I've noticed
Are
a lot
you
of people
sure?
do really cool waterfalls and stuff.
Yeah,
I noticed that on
exactly.
Legits, but I'm not going to copy theirs because I've noticed that a lot on other islands as well.
Oh, okay.
Everyone has a
So
cool
you're gonna copy
waterfall
other
feature.
islands, not
Oh my god, my
specifically
entrance is 97% the same as someone else.
Yeah, you totally.
I
copied
made it
them.
super Halloween-y, like they did, but I switched out one of their pumpkin decorations for a different pumpkin decoration, so I could be like, see? I'm not copying them.
Oh wow, yeah. Also, if anyone doesn't know, Michelle's favorite holiday is Halloween. So
What?
She's-
Just wait till Christmas on this island.
she's very excited about the Halloweens.
I love Halloween. I'm trying to get us to go to Disneyland for the Halloween thing, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We looked today and it's already reserved until the week right before.
Yeah,
We'll see. Hopefully people cancel.
yeah, hopefully. But either way, so anything else?
I think that is probably about it. But how
Yeah.
are you?
Pretty good. Like Michelle said, I've been playing a lot of New World recently, so I actually haven't logged on in an entire week because, well, one, my other accounts bond ran out, so kind of don't really feel like bonding it right now because I'm not playing a lot anyways, and by a lot I mean
That's
at all.
actually a good reason.
And also, I feel like once I actually get into GIM some more, I'll be playing my other accounts anyways, so it's kind of like spending 3 times as much time in the game, so I'll make up for it eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, right now I've just been playing a lot of New World. I'm probably not going to talk about it too much on this stream or on the podcast because this isn't that type of podcast, but
I mean, I talked about Animal Crossing, and I think that there's definitely a crossover with RuneScape and New World.
no, yeah, there's definitely
Quite a few
similar,
people
I mean, they're both
have been playing.
MMOs and there's similar grinding aspects and crafting aspects and stuff like that. So they
Yeah.
are similar-ish, but if anyone doesn't play, I definitely will not bore you with that. But either way, if anyone's wondering, New World, pretty good game. It's only $40, and they fixed most of the server issues, so you should be able to play with your friends now. But that's a quick summary of the game. Also, we've been putting out quite a few YouTube videos recently, or I have,
New World videos.
about New World.
That's the main reason I was saying, well, tell them in case people want to see our videos.
Yeah, if you are interested in New World or have been playing it and need some help, I've put out quite a few videos that are mostly guides, and yeah, hopefully they help you. Some of them have gotten a pretty good amount of views, to be honest. So
Yeah, the first 2 that he put out about moneymakers they're saying around 15,000 views, which is just nutty. Our average view for RuneScape especially is 100, because obviously RuneScape's so niche, not everyone's watching it.
yeah, and also there's a lot of creators in the space.
Oh yeah, but the video he put out yesterday has not even been out 24 hours and has 62,000 views.
Yeah, it's a pretty good amount.
It's so crazy.
That's actually almost as much as our entire channel got before New World came out.
It is. I think it's probably more.
No, it was 85. I remember looking
Oh
at
my
it.
gosh.
Yeah.
But the most exciting part about this is last week our subscribers were at 500 and it was around 555 on YouTube.
Yeah.
And to be like able to monetize your account, you need a lot of like qualifications, but you also need 1,000 subscribers, and that was the only one we didn't have. And thanks to his New World video, we have 1,048 subscribers now.
Yeah, we actually got a really good amount, so that's pretty hype.
I woke up this morning and it was at 999, and then I looked and it was technically 1,000. It just wasn't loading correctly.
Yeah.
So we were able to apply to become YouTube partners, which I guess can take up to a month. So
yeah,
we
so
started
that's
the
pretty cool.
process
So
at least.
I mean, that's obviously good that we got that with like New World and stuff like that, but that's also really good for RuneScape because that means we can also continue to put out more RuneScape content too.
I know.
So yeah, hopefully we'll make some more videos soon about GIM and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and...
I'm not saying this like we're only gonna put out New World.
No,
I'm
obviously
still
not.
working on videos. I still have like 2 different guides sitting for him to edit. They'll be like quick little ones.
Yeah. So we definitely still have content coming out for RuneScape. Just since it's the first week of a brand new MMO, this doesn't really come around too often.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I figured I'd put.
Unfortunately, we're not making videos during the first week of OSRS.
Yeah, exactly. But well, that would have been like
oh my gosh,
so many years ago. But,
before YouTube was invented.
Yeah, actually, literally. But yeah, either way, so the game is doing really well. The videos are doing really well. So hopefully,
I'm so excited that we're over 1,000. Like, if you've been watching our streams, twitch.tv/Bunebape, by the way, I've been talking about every night how we're getting closer and closer because obviously we want to make this our job. So it's like really cool that we might be getting paid. I don't know how much we get paid though. I don't think it's much.
$1.
Yeah, I think it's like literally.
Yeah, probably.
Which is something.
Probably literally $1. But either way,
more than I'm making now.
Yeah, it's definitely nice progress. If you think about it, this is probably like level 10 woodcutting. So we're just like slowly getting there.
That's really exciting.
All right, but yeah, either way, so that's kind of how it's been going on my front. Not too much again going on for me. If anyone doesn't remember, I left off after killing 10,000 Firewatch Sentinels, but that was pretty much the last thing that happened.
Oh my god, you should have had that all going this entire time while you're playing New World.
Yeah, but New World is like kind of hard to do right now because it's not very like AFK-able.
Oh, so you couldn't really do an alt.
Yeah, so I could, but it would be like kind of annoying. Okay. So I ended up not playing my alt while while playing New World like I originally had planned.
Yeah.
But either way, it'll be fine either way. I'm not really concerned about it because I did make so much money from those buyers that I don't need money for bonds anytime soon. And speaking of bonds, if anyone does need a bond, we do weekly giveaways for bonds over on our Discord, and we always have links in the description.
The first one actually worked.
Yeah.
The person claimed it.
Yeah, so the person claimed it. If you don't know what we're referencing, we tried to bond giveaway like one of the first weeks we were on Twitch. And we got like a lot of entries, like 130 entries or something, and the person never claimed it. We like emailed them, but yeah, since we're doing it on Discord, it's a lot more effective because people usually check their Discords
it seems
much
more
often.
personal now. Like we actually talk to these people on stream. It's not just some random email that we don't know who it is.
Yeah, exactly. And because like you are linked to your Discord, like I don't know, it seems like people are much more
likely to see it
active on checking their Discord than they are the email if they're not like if it's not like their work email or something, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way. So if you do need it, a bond, check it out. I'm not saying you'll win, but there's a chance.
It's actually a pretty big chance. We're only getting like 10 to 15 entries so far.
Yeah, it's actually a really good chance. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's been going on with me. But we can probably roll right into the leagues announcement. So if anyone doesn't know, leagues has been announced. It was announced a little while ago. I even came out with a video on it not too long ago about the rewards and the beautiful rewards. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to be talking about again. So the Shattered Relics rewards poll blog is the thing I'm talking about, and that went live I think just before last week or maybe a little bit after last week. I wasn't sure. Yeah. But either way, they updated it and they changed some of the rewards. So most of the rewards are pretty much exactly the same, but they changed the styling of them. Yeah. Yeah, mostly for the like just aesthetically making them look like more in line with RuneScape. Like RuneScape's theme in general. So they made the Void Mage Helm not look like a giant green like glowing.
I thought it was a feather. The hat,
yeah,
the hat was pointy, and
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
really
realize it
pointy.
was supposed to be like an ombre effect, like turning bluish.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a feather on its head.
Yeah, it was like glowing on the tip, and it looked kind of funny, so they ended up going away with that.
Yeah,
And
now it's just black and has a little gem on the front.
yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. And also with the dwarf multi-cannon, they decided to make that a little bit smaller because apparently it was a little bit too large for everyone, the cannons themselves, and they also made the metal a little less shiny. Besides from that, you want to tell them about your
This is the one
favorite
I'm
change?
upset about. They said the Abyssal Whip has had its outer glowing effect removed. Meh. We've also toned down the saturation and reversed its gradient so that now you'll be hitting things with the lighter magical part. And I'm like, why would you take away the glow?
I think
The glow is so pretty.
I think this looks better.
No,
If I'm being
I
honest.
think you're wrong. So
That's fine. But yeah, either way, you should
reported
go check
banned.
it out.
You're out.
Oh, rest in peace. But either way, you should check out the picture if you're interested. They do have pictures updated in the pull blog itself, and I do think it looks better. It has like a cooler ombre effect, in my opinion, and it's not just like
you could have kept the ombre
super
effect
glowy.
and made it more glowy.
I don't know. The glowing was like too overpowered.
That's why I liked it.
Okay.
They also changed the tentacle a little bit. So now the Tentacle Whip, it says it has had its spiky silhouette altered to make it appear unique and distinguishable from the Abyssal Whip. So
Yeah,
it's just more spiky.
Because that's something I kind of complained about in my video as well, is like the tent whip
They look
was
the same.
really hard to tell the difference of. It had like a couple spikes, but not nearly as spiky as it is now.
Now it's got tons of spikes.
Yeah, now it looks way better. They also made it so the rune crossbow actually looks rune and not iron or mithril, which it looked like
Funny,
before.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, before it didn't look rune at all. It was just like a dark purple metal or something. So it was more in line with the colorway of the outfit, but not of the rune like gear in the game.
Yeah.
So now that has been changed, but that's about it. There wasn't too many changes, just a few cosmetic updates. So feel free to go over there, check it out, and give them your feedback so they know whether you like or hate any of their stuff that they came out with. But we can
bring back the glow.
yeah, just go have a riot.
Let's start a
about the
petition,
glow.
please.
Yeah, you can. But so the next thing that we wanted to talk about, of course, is going to be the Gielinor Gazette. This is, if anyone doesn't know, a Gazette is
Newspaper, basically.
Yeah, it's normally a newspaper, but this particular Gazette is like kind of like an update that comes out. It was supposed to be, I think, every month initially, but since
It's
then
not.
has gone on hiatus quite a few times. So it's here now, which is nice. So I'm pretty thankful for that, and it gives us actually quite a few updates. It's actually really cool. I actually really like this. Just glancing over it, it has a lot of really good information. If you didn't catch any of the mod live streams, I would highly recommend checking this out. It has a lot of really cool updates and stuff that you might have missed. But we are going to be going over that right now as well. So diving right into it, they actually do talk about the live stream that I was just mentioning, and it is the recent leadership live stream. So they had Mod Marcus on there, or Marcos, and he is the new executive producer, I think, on the game that they hired. So kind of a big deal, and everyone said that he is really great to work with. So kind of looking forward.
I sure hope so.
Because apparently they had worked with him a few years ago on projects that went really well, and so they had like a past, and it seemed like whoever was on the panel said that they really liked working with him. Of course, I don't think they would tell him that they hated it either way,
but they might not mention anything.
Yeah,
if they didn't like it.
So either way, it sounds like it could be good, and Marcos in particular said that he was really interested in account security, because he even mentioned, it's kind of funny because I feel like he kind of called them out. He's like, yeah, when I left, there was like these like glaring account security issues, and I come back and they're still
not case sensitive,
and they're still there. So it's funny because I thought that was funny. He like kind of called them out, but
good for him.
yeah. So he talked about that, and a few things that they touched on in that particular live stream, if you didn't catch it, was they did mention that they do eventually in the long term want to get rid of the dual arena, which is definitely news for some people. I know some people in our stream wouldn't like that. They have over 10,000 stakes on multiple accounts, apparently.
We have a couple people, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So a couple other things that they actually talk about during the live stream was also account security. And just taking a step back, for when they say taking out dual arena, they do say it's going to be long term. So if I had to guess, it would be a couple years or something like that, or maybe a year at
This is
least.
gonna be something that in 5 years they're gonna get a new mod come in and be like, I know that Marco promised this years ago, and I intend to put it in.
Yeah, I mean, they have said they've talked about removing the dual arena, but I don't know if they've said it so blatantly before like this, how they said they are just straight up going to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, either way, they said they're going to be taking it out and they're going to be introducing a staking cap for the time being or something like that. Or they're just exploring changes like that.
Okay.
On top of that, again, they did go over account security. So apparently there's some stuff going on there. Obviously, if you know, game's not very secure. So maybe they'll bring it.
Passwords are not case sensitive.
They are not. So if players, maybe hopefully they bring it into the 21st century and players will be happy to hear that, I'm sure.
I certainly would be, at least.
Yeah. And so the next thing they wanted to talk about is game rules and real world trading. So they are trying to change their approach to real world trading. They're focusing on tackling those things such as selling wealth or services, but they're trying to refocus down on that, I guess, because if anyone knows, real world trading is a really big deal in this game. It
kind of goes hand in hand with the dual arena.
Yeah, it definitely does. There's also like duping, tons of different stuff that goes on that a lot of people don't know about, but you know, hundreds of billions of gold are being made illegally and being sold illegally as well. So,
jeez.
Yeah, so apparently they're trying to crack down on that. Speaking of money, though, they're also trying to find ways to fix the game economy. If anyone knows how economies work at all, this isn't unique to this game. But if you continue to introduce more and more of the same unique item into the game, it just loses value over time. For instance, the AGS, the Armadillo Godsword, used to be boatloads of money, and now you can pick one up for less than 10k or 10 mil. Sorry.
It's funny because obviously it sucks for people like getting them and trying to sell them, but for me, someone who can't afford stuff usually, I'm like, all right.
Well, not anymore. You're GIM.
On my main.
Yeah, but so essentially, yeah, everything has gone down in price. If you've been playing the game for longer than a few months, you already know this. For a really easy example is the Garazi Rapier. About this time last year was 180 to 200 mil and is now, I think, less than 100 mil.
So if you're looking to buy, though, this is the perfect time.
Yeah, potentially. But yeah, either way, things have been dumping in price, and so they're potentially looking at in-game gold as well as item sinks, and so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with that.
For sure.
The last thing that they did go over is the new boss for the game, and they've actually made quite a bit of headway on this in their most recent podcast, or in the most recent stream, sorry. They actually mention and show they have a working animation and like player model for the boss. Oh, that's
huge.
Yeah. So the boss Nex is her name. She is, if it sounds familiar, it's because she is straight up from RS3.
Wow.
And she was originally in RS before EOC and after EOC. To be honest, I'm not even going to like mess around and play games. I don't know what EOC is. I'm pretty sure it's like a big patch for the game.
People keep mentioning it and people keep telling me what it means, but it's just something about it's not staying in my brain.
Yeah,
I cannot for the life of me remember what it means.
I am certain someone will tell us in the comments what EOC is, but I'm certain it's a patch. I just don't know.
It was a patch that ruined the game, everyone says.
Yeah,
apparently. But I don't understand how.
But apparently she was in before and after EOC, and it's going to be more like it was before EOC, so it's not going to be similar to RS3 at all, apparently. And I think Mod Arcane is the one that's working on it, and he's done a lot of work to bring it in line with what a lot of people expect from bosses in OSRS and not from RS3. So good luck to him, and I think he's probably going to do a good job, I think.
I'm really excited about this. And it's going to be in the God Wars dungeon, yeah?
Yeah, it is going to be in the God Wars dungeon. He did let us know a little bit about it, such as you will need quite a bit of requirements. So it's going to be a very high level boss. You will need to have defeated all of the other God Wars dungeon bosses, as well as that it is going to be practically nearly impossible to solo it. Wow. Just because innately the mechanics are built in such a way where maybe you can, but it won't be worth it.
Okay.
Kind of like how Nightmare is now, but...
It's just interesting that's going to be in the God Wars, because it's probably, I'm assuming, going to now kind of apply to the Frenetic Diaries. Remember, for the Elite, you have to kill all the God War dungeon generals?
Yeah,
I wonder if it'll be part of it.
I don't think so, but Arcane did say that potentially it could be part of the God Wars dungeon rewards, where you can get your own private instance.
Oh.
But again, he said he doesn't know how well that would even work or if it would even matter, because again, most people will not be able to solo it.
Oh, so
And
it
if you
might not
can,
even be
it's
like
more going to be like a prestige thing and not actually efficient.
it might not even be then a like general there. It's just gonna be a random boss down there.
No, it's going to be like an additional room and stuff like that, like an entirely different room.
Oh, I thought it was also gonna be a general just like the rest and have the little followers, kind of like following a god.
No, not at all. It looks like it's an entire different
Oh.
chamber, similar to how corporeal beast is.
They just happen to live in the same place.
Yeah, exactly. So if anyone's excited for next, if you don't know about next, it doesn't matter because they're coming out with a new boss with some new best in slot gear. So that's always something to get excited about.
What does Next look like?
Next looks like a little demon. She's right there.
She looks like a bat demon kind of.
Yeah, she's like a bat demon. She is also a very small player model. If you think about her size, she's like probably a little bit bigger than, or like, I don't know, like a little bit bigger than your Bandos
Character?
guard
Oh.
or something like that. Like it's bigger than the player model they said, but not very big. Like
Okay.
it's definitely not even close to like Bandos or something like that.
No, definitely not. It looks pretty tiny in the picture.
And but yeah, like I said, they did confirm that there are going to be quite a few best in slot drops coming from her because apparently in RS3 she has like 3 entire sets of gear, which are 3 entire best in slot sets of gear. But
Ooh, wow.
they toned it down and made it so that she just drops like a bunch of good gear, but not nearly as much as in RS3 or anything like
Yeah.
that. So definitely a good boss, and it's going to be farmed, I'm sure, on repeat as soon as it comes out because the gear just looks really good. But either way, they also go over Group Iron and Leagues, which we're just going to skip over because we kind of already went over that, and we'll talk about Group in just a second. What's nice, though, is in the Gazette, they also have some art for Tombs of a Mascot.
It's looking really pretty.
Yeah, it looks really cool. They have some designs for the Scarab Beetles, which are really colorful, look really nice. It looks like they took some, what's it called? Some aspects of like mosaics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that the colors look really cool, and I think it looks really good
Really
overall.
pretty.
Yeah. And also there's apparently like colors and textures that show different HP for the enemies, which is nice.
It also says, "We're delighted to share with you all that a new rewards blog and beta will be arriving this month. So look out
Really?
for them when they drop soon."
Nice.
Robert
That's
looked at
good.
the picture, did not read the
No,
paragraph.
I just thought the picture looked really cool. But yeah, if you are interested in getting your hands on Raids 3 anytime soon, then there you go. You're pretty much ready.
That's going to be early 2022.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's supposedly going to be coming out relatively soon after the year ends, but we will see. But they do say every time they talk about it, I think Isa and Arcane say they're making a lot of headway on it. So
Yay, that's so exciting.
yeah, that's really good news. So another really good thing that I think, pretty much the entire PvP community is going to be hyped about, hyped and also sad about, is the wilderness changes. So
Okay.
of course they said back in July that they have been developing these changes, and the first batch was finally released, which of course was the equipment rebalances and the changes to Black D'hide and the like, Revenant Caves as such. So they say that it is regrettable that it has taken them much, much longer to get around to these changes than they had hoped. A huge but critical technical rework was recently urgently required, taking out a developer for the project for multiple months. In addition to this, we've
Jeez.
also had to relocate resources in support of upcoming content, aka GIM and leagues.
Yep.
So this left us in a position where our only option was to wait for this work to be signed off before resuming anything wilderness related. Now for the good news, the technical rework is now in QA, so the remaining jobs from Pole 75 are done, and they are finally seeing progress. But in the interest of transparency, we say that we are not out of the woods yet, the wilderness woods. But with the delays pushing us into what is now a jam-packed schedule of upcoming content, our dev capacity is not where it needs to be in order to bring these updates together. We're committed to those changes, and we'll do them with no compromise on quality, no matter how long it takes.
You're a millions of dollar company. Just hire more devs.
Yeah, hundreds of millions of dollar company.
You guys got money. Go hire more people.
Yeah, but either way, so that's good news that they have been, working on it now, and it seems like they have more time to work on it. Bad news is, I think if we're being realistic, they will push this content back in favor of Raids 3, which is the next thing they're working on. So
Could see that.
I would definitely bet money on sooner seeing Raids 3 than seeing, of course, Wilderness changes, which is unfortunate because a lot of these changes look really cool.
Yeah, are we gonna share the changes for everyone?
Yeah, sure. I don't think we'll really be able to do it justice, so go over and check out the actual concept art and stuff like that. Of course, links is always in the description to the actual notes if you are on YouTube. But they have a Wilderness boss rework section, and it looks really, really good.
So cool. Venenatus's looks so cool.
Yeah, so it looks like they are planning on putting a lot of the bosses into their own separate rooms and layers, similar to how Scorpius or the Scorpia.
And even just Scorpio.
Yeah, how they have their own lair as well as KBD. It seems like they're trying to put Vedion and Venenatus in their own areas, and Venenatus's looks really cool. Of course, she's a spider and looks very spider-esque.
It's kind of gnarly.
Vedion is in like a large temple of some sort.
Yeah. But the Venenatus, the outside looks like a bunch of like cobwebs covering something, and there's just like dead bodies stuck in the cobwebs.
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of skeletons hanging out of the webs. It's really cool.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be like how King Black Dragon is, where once you're in the chamber, you can't get PK'd though. I hope so.
I hope so as well, but also...
Because otherwise I bet people are going to be camping it, waiting to PK.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I hope so, and I think so, just because it is like a room, you know?
Hard to escape PKers in a single room.
Yeah, there's no other rooms that are like PK areas in the Wilderness that I know of.
Yeah, just like the Revenant Caves, but that's a whole system.
Yeah, but there's no bosses down there, so that's what makes me think that. And that's also specifically made for PKing, which makes me think that this is going to be like a safe area, kind of like KBD, because I think people really are drawn to Venenatus and Vedion for particular reasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think those are some of the more popular bosses, including like Callisto and stuff like that. But they haven't talked about
the
bear.
They haven't. I wonder if they will later.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure.
But either way, they do go down the list and move on to talking about Steam client features. So they added a bunch of client features, including the buff bar, ammo display, stuff that we've already gotten into the main game. And it seems like they are slowly updating the Steam client features as well as updating the mobile client to look a little bit better and be more usable.
Awesome.
Yeah, so really good news. If you are on those clients, let us know if you see the improvements and if you enjoy them. So if we do move on, Modelena does have a full write-up of the Group Ironman development process, because I know a lot of people were wondering, like, when did this start? What did you need in order to get started on it? And also, why did you like release it so late? And so she actually goes down a full list of everything you need to know. It's a very long...
Yeah, we're not going to read it all. That would take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, very long like blurb blog thing that is talking about everything that you, if you like are interested in their workflow and stuff like that.
It's like some behind the scenes information for group.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want, you can go check that out. And they also have a intro and outro for all of the new devs that are joining the team, including, like I said earlier, Mod Marcos. So welcome to all those devs, and hopefully they're able to make some really sick content such as raids.
Yes. And account security.
Yeah, exactly. But that is going to be it for the Gilner Gazette, and we can probably roll straight into the big...
Group Ironman.
Precisely. So this is going to be the big show for the day. So the Group Ironman update. Again, if anyone hasn't known about this, I don't know what you're doing. Like, are you new to the game? If so, welcome.
Hey, we have some great videos for you.
Yeah, we have some great videos, some great news. Group Ironman is out, and so we'll quickly be going over what that means for you. So yeah, for anyone that is wondering about Group Ironman, what that means, let me quickly go over. If an Ironman is someone that cannot trade or use the auction house / grand exchange in this game.
GE.
Yeah.
For short.
So you cannot trade with anyone by any means, and you can only acquire stuff on your own. So that's really nice, and also not really nice because you have to do everything on your own, but it's a really good adventure from what I understand, and it's
everyone's saying it's very satisfying.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
We'll see.
Because like after you farm for 10,000 kills, it'll be nice to say that you got like a Dragon Warhammer instead of, oh, I just found 30 million gold. I don't know why, but it definitely seems like it'll be much more enjoyable that way.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
I know a lot of people feel that way, but I actually don't see myself feeling like that. I feel like I'll get impatient and be like, I'm going to my main.
You're like, I am quitting currently.
Yeah. But I don't know. It'll be so interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll be too invested at that point to go back.
True.
But yeah, either way, so that's what normally Ironman is. And group Ironman is just being able to do that with up to 3 of your other friends. And
I thought you could have 5 people total.
Can you have 5 people?
Look at the list.
I thought it was just 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I guess maybe it's 5.
An undetermined amount of people.
yeah. Okay, maybe it is 5. I think you are right.
We got a 2 group here, so.
But either way, you and your friends essentially can jump in the game together, and normally in a very limited game mode. But in a very limited game mode, are going to be allowed to participate together and trade each other for the first time ever. So.
Yay, and you even share a bank.
Yeah, you so you have your individual banks, and you also have a very small shared bank in case you want to keep stuff in there. Let's say you have 10,000 logs, you don't need any more. You can throw it in there, and your friends can use it to fletch, for example. So yeah, that's just generally the idea. It's to make the game a little bit more friendly for groups of players, because if you were an Ironman, you'd essentially, even if you play with other people that are your friends or anything like that, you're still essentially by yourself. So this just makes it so you can rely on others a little bit more in still kind of a somewhat hardcore playstyle.
Yeah, it's like hardcore, but you don't have to be lonely.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why Michelle and I are actually participating. We're actually both playing on our GAMs right now.
Yes, we are.
We just made it so we can tell you a little bit about the character creation process and group creation process to maybe help you out.
It was actually pretty easy. I was surprised because if any of you have been listening for that long, you know that we were having issues when clans came out, trying to form the clan.
Yeah.
So I was very happy with how easy this was.
Yeah, if anyone's ever formed a clan, this is the literal exact same process. So, yeah, if you have any experience with that, then you should be good to go right away.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening when we did a clan, but we were struggling.
Yeah, I think it's because we didn't know what to expect, but now that we know how the invite process works, it's very simple.
Yeah.
But either way, we can go through the patch notes themselves. They actually have a really cool trailer. I actually watched it. It's not very long. I think it's only like a minute or 2 long, but it's a small trailer that it's kind of supposed to hype up Group Iron, and it's pretty cool. It's just like a bunch of people in God Wars fighting the minions on their way to General Garage Door.
I actually saw a little bit of it on Instagram. I didn't watch the whole video, though.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
I think I shared it.
Probably. Yeah, it says between 2 and 5 players, so you were right. It is up to 5 players.
Ayo.
But you cannot create a group by yourself, so either way. Let's go over
That's just Iron Man.
Yeah, that's just Iron Man. So we'll go over the overview real quick. So it says Group Iron Man is a new way for the toughest escapers to explore Gielinor. Do you enjoy Iron Man, Hardcore Iron Man, Ultimate Iron Man?
It's italicized.
Yeah, it is. Well, now it's time to bring together up to 5 of your most trusted companions to take on the challenge together. If you've never played Iron Man before, imagine old school RuneScape with no trade, where you have to earn every item yourself. It's about forging your way through the game with nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. Gathering, crafting, and fighting to get the stuff you need to succeed.
There will be a lot of tears.
Needless to say, it's a real challenge and one you would normally have to face alone. Group Iron Man is a little bit different. Groups of 2 to 5 players can join together and take on Gielinor's nastiest beasts. They can also trade their resources among one another, delve into new group storage, and visit each other's player-owned houses. Groups will even be able to compete on leaderboard positions and prove that their gang is the greatest supergroup of old school RuneScape.
Oh, we're in a gang now?
Yeah. It's Iron Man with a little help from your friends pushing you to your limits while allowing you to share the glory with your mates. Group Iron Man players have a unique icon next to their name to distinguish them from other Iron players and regular scapers. They'll also receive a unique armor set with Roman numerals on the chest plate to indicate the size of their group, from 2 to 5.
Oh yeah, we still need to go get our armor, actually.
Yeah, we didn't get our armor. But that's essentially the overview. It's kind of like what I said, but in a much more well-put, interesting way.
I like how my only takeaway from all that was, the fashionscape.
Oh, the fashion. Yeah, the fashionscape. But we all know that's the end game. Either way, so they do go to talk about recruitment. I'll sum this up much faster than all of these paragraphs do it.
Yeah, please do.
But essentially, if you are looking to get into a group, you don't have to even know the people that you're getting into a group with. I'm sure there's already tons of random groups that have been made and disbanded. And so we'll talk about that right now. So if you are planning on trying out Group Iron Man, simply go make a character on a new account like you normally would whenever you are making a regular Iron Man. Except when you get to the end and talk to the wizard and he's like, hey, do you want to get out of here? You tell him, no way, Jose. And you go talk to the Iron Man tutor, which is just outside. Once you're outside, you're going to talk to him, tell him that you want to participate in Group Ironman, and he will tell you to go take a hike. Because there's actually a boat right down next to the dock, and that'll take you to the node.
He also asked if you want to have prestige on your account, which maybe you won't see like me, and you won't get prestige, and now your account doesn't have prestige at all.
Yeah, if anyone doesn't know what prestige is, it is literally just that, the word prestige. It's just saying that you've only ever played either by yourself or with your group of assigned teammates. If you ever play with anyone else, you lose your individual prestige, which is literally just that. For prestige, it doesn't affect your account at all.
Yeah, I forgot to do it. I wasn't really reading it much because we were getting ready to do the podcast.
Yeah, I did it.
I mean, we're going to lose it quickly anyway.
Yeah, she didn't do it. As long as your entire group has prestige, aka no one has left and rejoined the group, then you should be good to go as far as trading each other goes, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So once you do leave the zone and go to what is now the node via rowboat, this is a new area just south of the tutorial island. And Michelle actually pointed out something sick. Tell him.
It's
actually
so
really cool.
If you're looking at like your little mini map and you turn it so north is at the bottom and south is at the top, the island, the node is shaped like the Ironman like symbol.
Yeah, the helmet.
Yeah. Actually, I think I saw that on Reddit a while ago, but I thought it was fake.
That's really
I didn't
cool.
think it was real.
I never noticed that, but yeah, like all the docks and the way the island is, it works out to look exactly like the Iron Man helmet. So.
Yeah, I think we'll probably be making a video about Iron Man soon, and we'll definitely be including that in the content.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to make it seem like it was me that noticed. I saw it online, I thought it was fake, and then I noticed in real life. I was like, oh my god.
It's all good. No one has original ideas anymore.
But, ain't that the truth? Talking about my Animal Crossing island. Sorry, our island. It's his too, and I've totally...
Yeah, she's hijacked it.
You don't play it anymore.
Either way, so once you're on the node, you'll probably see a bunch of other players there, or at least we did. There was a ton of players.
There was a lot.
And we were just on a random world. We weren't on World 1 or anything like that. And when we were on there, it's pretty cool because you can go there and test or talk to the tutor, and he'll tell you everything you need to know. On top of that, they'll also give you an Iron Man helmet. It'll be correlated to whether you are in Iron... hardcore iron
ultimate.
Or a regular iron. No, there's no ultimate.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's no ultimate in group iron right now. So you can either choose regular iron or hardcore iron.
I guess there would be no point for ultimate to have a group, huh?
Yeah, because you can't trade anyways. Yeah, because there's no bank. So either way, once you are on that island, you can test out quite a few things, which you normally couldn't. So you can test out attacking enemies, mining, checking out the bank and stuff like that. And also there's like a little monument for all the group irons in the middle, which looks pretty cool.
It's really cute.
Yeah, overall the island isn't too big, doesn't offer really anything except for a little bit of a testing environment. But either way, I think it looks pretty cool.
There's boars and we didn't even look at them.
There are little boars, baby boars.
Baby boars.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't want to kill a baby boar. Can we adopt one?
Probably.
Nice.
But either way, so pretty cool island. I'd recommend checking it out. Also, you're going to have to go back to this island anytime you want to invite someone to your group. Doesn't matter when, new account, old account, whatever. You're going to be going back to this island if you do want to add someone to your group.
Yeah, so if we ever decide to let a third person in, that's where we'll be.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see.
All right, so now I guess we can move on to talking about forming a group. If you're actually wanting to form one and you're going to be the leader of the group, then it's pretty simple, and I'll tell you how to do it right now. So again, if you have any past experience with making a clan, then this is exactly the same, and you should be good to go. Either way, though, if you do go to the grouping panel, this is the panel that is going to have your clan, friends chat, as well as the grouping content next to it. So if you're going to like Nightmare Zone and stuff like that, all of that is on the same panel, which
it's usually just multiple smiley faces, right?
Yeah, it's
like
usually just
smileys.
multiple smiley faces, like the blue ones or the yellow ones that are the newer ones. Either way, on this entire panel in the top left, you can create a new group for the group Iron Man group, and that is symbolized by a Iron Man helmet. So pretty easy to identify. No smiley faces here. So once you do have that open, though, you can create a new group, and then it'll show that you are character 1 of 5 in the group. Then you can go around the island right-clicking on people. It'll show available people by highlighting their name. So you can go around and right-click and invite them, and they'll get a prompt saying, what did you get whenever I invited you?
I think it just said they're asking you to apply to their group or something.
Okay. Yeah,
or they're requesting you in their group.
You'll get a standard message, and if you accept it, then it'll show you and the other person now in the group selected for Group Iron, and you can name your group for Group Iron, which ours is Bunebape GIM.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can change the name to whatever you want, invite whoever you want. Like I said, you can invite random people. This is the only part of Tutorial Island that you're going to be able to type to people.
Yeah.
So you can socialize and ask if people are interested in joining you or whatever. And then once you have everyone in your group, you can confirm it and then take off through the portal into Gilnor, and you should be good to go from there.
Back to the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
AKA Lumbridge.
Yeah, so I guess we can go a little bit over Prestige real quick.
More into detail.
Yeah, sorry if this is kind of a repeat of stuff we've talked about before, but
Every time I hear the word Prestige, I black out, so my brain doesn't want to remember anything about it.
I'll try to go over as
Same with
quick
EOS.
and concise EOC.
No way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I'll try to make this as quick and concise as possible. But essentially, there's two types of Prestige. Individual, which I already went over, which if you join another group, then you lose it. There's literally no benefit to
Join
have
another
it.
group. You mean someone else joins your group that you already created?
No, now you're confusing people even more. So individual Prestige, I will explain once more because Michelle's already confused.
I thought you said group.
So individual Prestige, if you join someone else's group that is not in your group Ironman group, whether it be for...
So like raids.
Yeah, so for raids, let's say you join a friend that is a maxed main or something and not a group Ironman in your group, then you will lose individual Prestige, which is only for clout and will not affect your account at all. It'll only affect your high scores.
What about Barbarian Assault?
I don't think that
you
matters.
You have to have 5 people.
It names the specific content.
Got it.
It says Chambers, Theater of Blood, and Nightmare of Ashihama.
Cool.
So besides that, there is also Group Prestige. Group Prestige is actually a bit different and kind of important. So if you ever add new players or disband your group, change it in any way, anytime you get new players into your group, essentially, no matter how you get them into your group, or if you join a new group, you lose Group Prestige. And by this, then you are set these limits, these trading limits, pretty much making it so that you can't really get any gear unless you've done that particular content.
Or been in game for a while.
No, you have to do the particular content.
I thought there was 2 different ones.
It's both. So you can only trade a certain amount of wealth, for example. So if you join a group and you need 10 million gold for something, they can't give you 10 million gold right away. They can only give you some.
Yes.
And you have to wait until you're able to get more.
I'm just coming in here to confuse everyone.
Yeah, clearly. And on top of that, if you, for example, want to use your friend's Grazi Rapier, you have to have done Theater of Blood at least once. So that's where the limit comes in there. But again, that's only for group prestige. And for most people, that won't matter, of course, unless you're rejoining a group if your team disbands or something like that. Moving on, though, player-owned housing is really cool. And we talked about it a little bit earlier, but you can have all of your construction onto one person, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's going to be you, and I'll be getting the planks for you.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have, for example, a group of 5 players, you can have one designated house dude, but even if he has a maxed house, one thing that's unfortunate is if that player is not on, you cannot get into their house, of course. So make sure you maybe assign that to the most reliable player in the group that plans on playing forever, because that would be really lame.
Since a pro tip, live with your group in real life.
Oh,
I could just wake him up whenever I need to do something.
Gamer house, yeah.
Like, can you just go log in real quick?
Yeah, so it's really nice. You can obviously share all the portals, get to level 83, and you'll be good to go. And you only need to do it once, not twice. So that's pretty cool.
But where do you get the spicy stews to boost?
You just make stews and you go to Crazy Dave's. So.
Oh, you make stews?
Yeah.
I've never made a stew.
What do you mean?
That makes sense.
You never made a stew?
I was like, is it a weird... And okay, hindsight's 2020. Now it's kind of a weird thing.
It's water and ingredients. It's not hard to make a stew.
So what's the next thing on this list?
All right, so moving on to the group storage. This is pretty cool, and there was a bug earlier that apparently group storage wasn't working, but they've had it fixed since, which is really nice. But essentially, it works just like the regular storage. It shows you everything you'd normally expect to see, except it is very small. It shows that there's only 80 bank slots, which is fine because you already have 800 of your own still. This is just shared between everyone.
So you just take them in and out as needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
And it has all the same stuff. So if you want to dump all your gear or all of your bags into here really quick, they have buttons for that. And yeah, you can also go back to your bank at any time. And it seems like it's a pretty easy, usable interface.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
It does look small though.
Yeah, it does look small. So it's only 80. It's a little baby bank, but again, it's only used for if you like want to trade stuff while each other are offline, for example.
Yeah, I don't see that ever happening with us unless you wake up before me.
Yeah. And so for the next thing, they do talk about combat. So it's pretty cool. It says for those outside of the group Ironman will function the same way as regular Iron players in combat. If someone outside the group hits an NPC, the drop will either go to the outsider or disappear.
So you can't get people's drops.
Exactly. That's how it's always been. And it's kind of annoying because that still perpetuates the irons can get crashed really easily, because as long as the iron has their enemy take any damage for anyone else, they lose the kill.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, really unfortunate, but still, I mean, I don't know how else they would do it, but either way.
Can't they change it so it's like whoever hit it first?
I guess they could, because obviously then it wouldn't change. But
Yeah.
no, because if you hit it first and you do 1 damage, if someone else does 99 damage, then
Maybe first and most damage.
but then even if you did 70 damage out of 100, the other person still did 30 and helped you out.
Except for it wouldn't really, in most situations, they probably didn't help you out. They probably crashed you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're thinking
I know
about
what you
it,
mean.
if someone could easily abuse that is what I mean. So like, if you're
Mhm.
at Bandos and you do 60% of the damage and your friend does 40%, that's going to save you a lot of trips, and it's going to help you out a lot.
Let me cheat, Jagex.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely obviously a prevention and unfortunate, but that's just how it is. But what's really nice is they've added an indicator for all types of Iron players, which warns them if they're attacking a creature that won't give them loot due to these restrictions. This is only visible to the Iron player receiving the warning and will appear along with the following chat message as an Iron account noun. You might not receive kill credit for this monster. And I've actually already experienced this in game while killing a highwayman. So
the noun was Iron Man or Iron Woman.
yeah, Iron Man.
I was
Iron
confused. I was like,
Yeah.
noun.
Yeah. So essentially, if you go to attack, I was just attacking this mugger, and someone else came and attacked it. Essentially, it'll show a large cancel sign, which is like a circle with a cross through it,
What?
and it'll pretty much tell you that this doesn't count as your kill. You should probably get out of here because you're wasting your time.
That's kind of funny because it probably is doing the same thing for the other person if they're also Iron. Like,
Ye-
no one's going to get this kill, right?
Yeah, if 2 irons attack something, then no one gets the kill, as far
That's
as I understand.
hilarious.
So that's how it is. It's a pretty cool update. It's nice to know if you are getting crashed, there's a really easy way to notice now. So that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, obviously you'd noticed before probably, but
Hopefully you'd see them.
in niche cases where they're like directly under you or something.
I was
now
like, they're
you'll-
ranging them from across the room.
Yeah, exactly. So now you
Wait.
really know.
How does that work for bosses then, for doing bosses? Does it not count? That rule doesn't apply? You can have 2 people attacking?
In group specific content, that doesn't matter. So for the 3 things that they specifically,
the raids
so
and
nightmare and
stuff.
stuff like that, that's specifically made to be done in groups. So it isn't not allowed. So it's totally allowed to be grouping up there.
How are we supposed to do group for God War Dungeon?
I don't know. Actually, I think no. In your group, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
Got confused.
Yeah, let me clarify. That's in your group. It's fine. You both can attack the same goblin. That's totally fine.
So the 3 thing was just, the 3 exceptions were for people outside your group.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, so you will still be able to do content with your other players. That's why they have the extra boars on the node, so you can try out the new system of you being able to work with your friend.
What part of working with them means adopting a baby boar and raising it to adulthood and loving it forever?
Co-parenting.
Oh, that's a good skill.
Yeah.
New skill?
Yeah, exactly. What is that? Husbandry, animal husbandry.
Yeah.
Is a new skill.
You get
That'd
to
actually
raise
be
a little baby boar.
that'd be a really good skill.
I would love that if I could just take care of a little baby boar.
That's actually very similar to a skill they have in RS3 called I think it's like companions or companionship or something, where you could I think it might have been summoning, where you could pretty much have companions come with you, and they're actually like really busted and OP. They can like carry stuff for you and give you buffs and stuff like that. But
I just need it to hang out with me. So I could pet it.
so it'd be
That's
a
all I
pet.
want.
Okay.
No, but you can't pet pets.
Oh, okay, cool. But either way, so moving on to hardcore group iron. So the reason we didn't go with hardcore group iron is this
Robert said no.
very one thing. If it was like regular hardcore iron, then I would have considered it. But after they made this change, it was kind of hard to justify it.
Yeah.
But the main change that I am talking about is going to be the fact that now in a hardcore group iron setting, there are no such things as safe PVM deaths. Any PVM deaths, whether they be to Tizkal Zuck or the wizards outside of Varrock, you will lose a group life.
Which is dumb.
Yeah. So this includes pest control and other PVM minigames.
I didn't know pest control.
Yeah, so if you die in pest control, if you die in Winter Talk, Barbarian Assault, you are Dundito Burrito.
That's ridiculous. I still don't get why they did that.
Because they want it to be, they want group iron to be an easier version of iron, and they want group hardcore iron to be a more hardcore version of hardcore.
Why can't they just be like equal to the other ones, but as a group?
That's just what they decided to go with. I didn't like the decision, but oh well.
Fortunately, we don't work for Jagex.
Yeah.
Yet.
Or fortunately, who knows?
Probably fortunately.
But either way, so there is going to be no safe deaths. So if you die in the Inferno, if you go into the Inferno, you better really know what you're doing because you got one shot. And it is a shared group kill count or death count, whatever you want to call it.
So it's like you kind of get lives for the amount of people, right? Like
yeah,
we have
exactly.
2 people, we'd have 2 lives.
Yeah. And if someone leaves the group, then you also lose a life because obviously you don't account for their life anymore.
Yeah.
So for example, if you go into, let's say, fight caves and you want to get a fire cape and you die 4 times, all your friends are going to be mad because now you're no longer hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, make sure you know what you're doing in the game. And
don't be that person on the team who costs you all the lives.
Don't AFK too hard. Because, everyone messes up and we've seen everyone die, so.
Oh, yes. Even the most hardcore of hardcore Ironmans die eventually.
Yeah. So the next huge change, which is actually pretty hype. I mean, I think pretty much every Ironman is going to be pretty excited about this because if you don't know, if you ever want to get an Ironman bonded, you're either going to, 1, have to pay with real cash,
Yikes.
Or 2, have your account bonded by your main. There's never, ever been other ways to do it. You've always had to have a main, whether you're going to drop trade your main or have an actual main with money. Either way, you're going to need some kind of money on that account. So
weird how ridiculous it is that you'd have to have a main regular account to play.
Yeah, to be fair, Iron did come out much later than mains and stuff like that.
I'm sure there's some people who came to the game just because their friends told them about Iron and they thought it sounded fun.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's really nice that's all been remedied. Hopefully you've been high alking a lot because you can now buy your own bonds on your hardcore.
From the GE.
Or on your Ironman in general. Sorry, not just hardcore. But yeah, so when you go to the GE, instead of having a buy and sell option, you're only going to have a buy option. And you can only buy one thing, and that's old school bonds. So of course, however you make your money doesn't matter. As long as you have enough to buy a bond, you should be able to rely solely on your Iron account. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you're able to get a few million gold by yourself.
You're probably fine if you're able to do that. You're doing great.
Yeah, exactly. So this says, speaking of Iron players, they're now permitted to buy bonds via the Grand Exchange. They're still unable to sell bonds or buy other items. We hope this makes life a little bit more convenient for those who have got the coins to buy bonds directly and save Iron players the extra expense of trading bonds via alt accounts.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so it just makes a little bit nicer, maybe a lot of bit nicer for some players that have been bonding themselves for quite a while.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good change and definitely welcomed, which is why it passed the poll pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be about it for the update, though, so.
Cool, so questions now?
Yeah, we have a few questions over from the social medias.
Yeah, we're certainly not going to be doing any Reddit ones because there was a lot more updates than I think we realized.
Yeah.
So the first question is Matt from Insta again. Hey, shout out Matt.
Shout out Matt.
But they asked, what currently non-existent form of transportation would you create? And their answer was dragon riding. After each new type of dragon killed, there's a new teleport unlocked. You can travel from and to specific caves by entering the dragon cave with like a dragon saddle, similar to fairy rings.
That'd be cool.
I thought that'd I want to steal that answer.
If that was like specifically tied to like Slayer or something, because I mean, from like level 30 range, you can go kill black dragons. Yeah. So I think if it was tied to like Slayer, because you don't get brutal blacks until 77, which is I think pretty well like worth it if it includes like a flight system.
Yeah,
I think that'd be pretty cool.
It's a Slayer reward.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
could be like something you unlock on that one screen.
Yeah, precisely.
Cool.
I think in general, if any of these ideas are tied to like some kind of achievement in game, it's like kind of viable.
Yeah.
But that's, or at least that's what I like to think with my ideas.
Okay. Do you want to share one of yours? I'll do mine, and then you do your other one.
Yeah, I have two of them. So
Yeah.
I'll go over the first one.
We'll do
And
a
the
sandwich.
first one I think is my better idea, to be fair. And that's going to be like maybe there would be a quest with death itself. And
oh yeah, I forgot what you said.
Yeah, I was thinking like after you do a favor for death, he kind of like owes you one. And so
They could name the quest like a deal with the devil or something.
or like Death's Deal or something like that. Like there's plenty of cool names, but once you do the quest, maybe you could unlock a teleport system that I think would be cool because he owes you one, so why not give you some teleports? So you lay down, cross your arms as if you're going to a coffin, because there's coffins all over Gielinor.
Yep.
And act like you're laying to rest. And then you wake up in the new area that you've been teleported through, like the Nether via Death's magic, and pop up in, let's say, like sleep or something like that. So kind of like Draken's Medallion, where there are going to be more teleport spots in Mauritania just because there's more coffins in Mauritania.
Yeah.
But for instance, there's coffins in where all the spots where Death's domain is.
Yeah.
So you could have a coffin in like
Edgeville,
Lumbridge, Edgeville,
Ferox Enclave,
Ferox, Enclave. Yeah, and also maybe some spots in Mauritania, so it's not like super good. It's just got a few spots that you might want to go to.
For sure. Oh,
and
I was like, I thought you had more.
no, yeah. So yeah, that's about it for my first one. But what was your idea?
Okay, so my idea. Hear me out. We're all basically wizards and witches in this game, right?
Yeah,
we use magic.
Yeah.
Why don't we have flying broomsticks?
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good idea, actually.
Okay, I 100% thought you were gonna make fun of me. So my idea,
I thought it's pretty cohesive.
It was kind of inspired by at the Canifis, what's it called? Agility thing?
course.
Yeah, how you jump on that little broom and fly across, and it looks really silly.
The thing is, I don't know if that's a broom
It's
or
not.
a pole vault.
It's a pole vault, but it looks like a broom.
Yeah.
I just realized as I was saying, I was like, I guess that's not a broom.
No, it's not.
It 100% looks like it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it for sure.
Yeah, so you go, and I was thinking the more you're talking about like a quest, like maybe this would be like an achievement diary type reward. And you would have to basically like use a special kind of wood, probably in Mauritania specifically, because that's the area that inspired me. Like maybe you have to use a type of tree that's only there, and you have to have like a certain fletching level, and maybe you could get like different kinds of broomsticks, you know, like mahogany, teak. Or no, because I said one type of tree. So you don't do that.
One type of tree, but maybe you can imbue it with different levels of magic.
Yes, yeah. So I was going to say you make them, and then you have to have high level magic to imbue them, and depending on like how imbued they are, you can decide like which areas you're able to teleport to.
Yeah.
So it could potentially be an achievement diary, a fletching, and a magic thing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of funny because we're basically witches. Why don't we have brooms?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense overall.
Yeah. So that's my little idea.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
And it could be like an Alcreed, you know, the flying carpet. It'll just show a little animation like that of you just on a little broom going over everyone.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick, honestly. Maybe we can get some like broom ornament kits.
That'd be so cute.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I should suggest this on Reddit. Get enough people liking it. Let's get this in
Yeah,
game.
maybe they'll make it in 5 years. Who knows?
Sad. All right, what's your second idea?
My second idea kind of came to me whenever we were talking about it yesterday, and I thought about...
We were laying in bed at 12:30 a.m. saying, what's your idea?
Yeah. I was thinking about this because I kind of thought about the canoe system, and to be quite honest, this is kind of just like a more fleshed out canoe system that they've worked on for longer, I guess. But because so far canoes only work in rivers, which does make sense. But I figured why not be able to like, I don't know, with different fishing levels or different fishing achievements of some kind, be able to like, I don't know, ride or use dolphins or sharks in some way to get
I forgot what it was.
Place.
I forgot your idea.
Yeah, it's definitely much more ridiculous than the first idea I had.
But it'd be hilarious to see.
Yeah, because then it's like, and it wouldn't be to everywhere. It'd be like a bunch of useless places, kind of like how the Arceus spellbook takes you to a bunch of useless places. But
very niche situation.
Yeah, exactly. Like it would take you from like any river inlets to like other random river inlets. So it wouldn't be like everywhere that has water in the map, like lakes, which just wouldn't make sense or anything like that. But I think it'd be kind of cool. But it also would be probably too similar to like the boat chartering as well as canoeing that's already in the game to really be like a justifiable mechanic.
I think it could just be like a different version of the chartering ships and lead to like different areas.
Yeah.
Rather than adding more chartered ships, they could make it seem new and exciting by doing something like this.
Yeah, exactly. I think honestly, I think it would be better if they just like fleshed out the canoeing system a little bit better.
The canoeing system could be so nice, but
yeah, but honestly, I think that would happen before anything like this. But this was just kind of something else I thought up last second.
I like our ideas.
Yeah,
I think we should
overall
include all of
good.
them and the dragon one for Matt as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's about it for the questions, right?
Nope, we actually have one more.
Oh, surprise.
Hey, we actually have a question from Legit Duct Tape that we got on stream last night.
Shout out Legit.
Shout out Legit. I love your Animal Crossing Island. So, they asked, what are your near midterm goals for Group Ironman? And what direction do you think you'll start with?
All right.
Well, we could answer the second question first because we've been playing group.
Yeah.
Me first?
I don't think you know the strategy, so
I don't, but I was going to say with the direction.
Yeah, I think I've told you before, like a couple times,
You've
but
said
you
it on
forgot.
the podcast multiple times.
Yeah,
it's just like EOC. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So, essentially, I'm going to be working on woodcutting, fire making, and then getting to Wintertot. And also going to be working on fishing and Temperos, because that'll give us plenty of resources.
Well, I was thinking more you can do Wintertot and I'll try to do Temperos, because I've been fishing this entire time.
That's cool, but I also have to get up my fishing as well.
I'm trying to do something different here.
So, I mean,
legit, you started a fight.
We can switch back and forth, but either way, Temperos and Wintertot is my general idea starting out, just because both of them give you plenty of food and materials, seeds, a lot of stuff that you need as an Iron Man or Iron Woman in order to get started off on the right foot. So I doubt I'll go to 99 on either, but getting there and doing quite a few levels at each is going to be my starting idea. Because like I said, you also get a lot of planks, for instance, from Temperos and construction experience that's free, fletching and woodcutting from Wintertot. So a lot of advantages to being there. Also, Wintertot is better done early on with lower health.
Oh,
and also Temperos is a no death minigame. So
yes.
A lot of advantages, and that's why I chose to go with that.
Dang. Well, okay, maybe I'll change mine to do more quests so then I could get the lunar diplomacy at some point.
Wow.
In 500 years.
Wow, huge.
And help make planks. I don't know how I'm supposed to play this Group Ironman account.
Yeah, we have no idea. I did look up some like guide help on like general stuff you should do, but we honestly don't have like huge ideas on what we should be doing.
Like you asked our early mid goals, it's just to get to Wintertot and Temperos.
My like actual early mid game goal is to like start doing Barrows relatively soon.
Oh, okay.
Because Barrows gear is really good and you can repair it. I mean, obviously it does degrade, but you can repair it at your house. So that's honestly one of my main goals because Barrows gear is really, really good. You can do a lot of the content such as Zulrah and I mean a ton of the content. That'll be really good gear for whenever you try to do DS2 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Carols if you get lucky. So I'm probably just going to be at Barrows for a very long time, which also gives you runes, chaos runes and stuff like that. That'll be huge for getting up my magic and stuff like that.
I know, I feel so lame because I actually don't even have a goal. I'm actually doubting how long I'll play this. I'm worried I won't like it much.
All right. I mean, if you don't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, you've been wanting to start Ironman anyway.
You have multiple accounts, so it doesn't really matter. But it'll be nice.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do.
Well, yeah, maybe think about it, and we'll come back next week and reevaluate our goals.
I honestly doubt I'll even know because we've been talking about our Ironman goals for like months now, and I've never known what I want to do.
Sick, that's good news.
I think I'll have a clear idea after playing more, though, hopefully. Once I realize, like, okay, I really can't buy stuff from the GE, that might make me be like, I need to do this now or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm sorry, legit.
To answer your question shortly, she has no idea.
She does not.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
But
she's going to be working on Slayer on that main, though.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's it.
We will definitely still be working on our other accounts, though, so that's going to be pretty interesting to look forward to. But I think that's going to be about it for this week, right?
Yeah. Do you have any plans for next week?
For next week, I'm gonna continue to blast
The New World videos.
New World as much as I possibly can because it's really fun and I'm enjoying it.
Yep. And I got us 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and on top of that, I am gonna be playing my GIM in the downtime or on another screen.
Do you think you'll be playing your main too, or just GIM?
Probably just GIM for the time being. I'm probably just
Okay.
gonna leave it on free to play for a little bit until I get my stats up high enough where I think it's worth bonding.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm just cutting logs, which wouldn't matter on free to play or anything like that. So
No, I probably would want to get like base 40s or something.
yeah, maybe even more than that. I don't know. We'll see how it works out though.
Yeah.
But yeah, not too much going on. What about you?
Just going to, I guess, work on this a little bit, but mostly trying to get my Slayer up on my main account still. Hoping to get 92 by next week. And I want to put more effort into my little Animal Crossing island.
Oh, okay,
I'm going to do
cool.
that while I edit the podcast. I'm going to work on that. And then I have to research for my other podcast. My co-host was at Disney World for a week, so we had a week off. And I'm like, oh God, I actually have to research for this one.
Yeah, now you got to do stuff.
Yeah, so now I need to do that later.
Oh, that's cool.
And watch more scary shows because it's spooky season.
It is. Let us know how much you like Halloween down in the comments below.
It's the best.
But I think that's going to be about it for this week. I really do appreciate you all coming by.
Yes, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it is Bunebapeosrs. Our Instagram is Bunebape. Just Bunebape. Said it like it. There was more. YouTube, also Bunebape. And we stream every single day. One of us, sometimes two of us, on twitch.tv/Bunebape.
Yep. You can check us out anytime we're live, which is usually usually it's been later in the day, to be honest.
Yeah, usually Rob streams in the afternoon, like 12 to 4-ish, and I do like 7 to 11 p.m. We're in California, by the way, so PST. But no one watches the New World streams, so he's been taking some time off from streams.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to be doing it all this weekend, so I have the weekend off.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yep. Just decided that.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, find us there. Well, thanks again for listening. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you all next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Meep, merp.
Meep, merp.
Damn it. Thought we were going to do it at the same time.